Welcome, Minneapolis and Bennington sports fans, to Bennington, Kansas. It's April 5th, 2013. We're here for the Bennington Invitational today. Mike Perry and Dale Leech here on Eagle Communications Channel 20. Kind of a windy, gusty day, but not so bad that it's going to blow us away. You'll hear some wind sound, but that's part of outdoor activities. It's almost 5 o'clock. They've been going through some 100-meter prelims. They're getting ready to do some 200s. We don't know if they're preliminaries or not, so we're going to go ahead and shoot some video of them. A lot of schools here today at this meet. Problem is we can't tell if there's many Minneapolis or Bennington runners in these heats, Mike.
No, we can't. We do have 3 Minneapolis girls running 200 meters, and they'll probably have, I would assume, 3 heats.
Some of the schools here today, besides Bennington, Minneapolis, are El Saline. Clay Center is here. Lakeside out of Downs. What are some of the other names we've seen? Ellenwood.
Ellenwood, yeah.
And we'll see some others here as the game goes along. A pretty good-sized meet. A lot of folks here. It's at least the second meet of the season that Minneapolis has participated in. I don't know about Bennington. They're at Belleville here about a week ago. And the boys got second. I'm not sure what the girls did. Both squads ought to have some fairly competitive teams, and Bennington also. Bennington's had state champions in the boys and girls sides in the last 2 years.
Yes, they have.
So
They've been very competitive when they got to state, and they pointed well in a lot of different events. Mainly their running events have been very strong.
And each year they lost some essential, both squads of the Bennington side lost some essential personnel off there, but I'm sure Coach Mick has some good things going here also.
We've had the last call for the 200 meters for Minneapolis. Lindsay Shoup will run 200. Kylie McKinney and Summer Burns will be competing for Minneapolis. We will not have the names of the Bennington participants. We'll recognize a few here and there, but we'll be limited on names for Bennington. We'll try and catch them now that we're out of the prelims. The final races should take off and run fairly smooth here. Dale mentioned this is a pretty good-sized meet. And you had some results from the boys up in Belleville earlier this month, or last month?
The boys got second. I failed to see what the girls, how they positioned. Looks like there are 2 Bennington girls in this event here.
As I look at the ladies and what they're participating in, I'm excited to see a really good-looking 4x4, 4x8 team. First heat of 200. This is prelims are done, so they will be a timed event. 2 Bennington girls out in the lead here. One is anyway.
It's Danielle Nye, I believe, in front, and I can't remember the name of the girl that's in third. Like Danielle will walk away with that one fairly easily. And I believe the other Bennington girl got third. We apologize we aren't any closer to the finish line, but the electrical power is on this end.
It's over here. I'm just wondering if by chance my hood up will eliminate a little bit of the wind.
There's some blue uniforms over there. I don't know if that depicts Minneapolis or not.
60, 62 degrees out. The wind's out of the south. It is spring. So we will get that dominant Kansas breeze out of the south, and today was supposed to be breezy.
At least we're not freezing.
Yes, and we're hoping it will die down. And Dale, does the league meet next week at Minneapolis, or is it the following week? For some reason, I was thinking we had a meet before the league meet. We were going to try and get it in. It would be a good warm-up for the league meet, which will
league
be
meet
held in
won't
Minneapolis.
be until May. I think it's usually the
May.
Friday before regionals. Minneapolis Invitational will be coming up fairly soon, but I can't remember the date of that. And our track regional for Class 3A is in Silver Lake this year. I've neglected to see where Bennington will be going in 2A for their regional.
That's quite a trip over to Silver Lake.
Won't be as far as going to Norton for basketball.
Well, no, sir. Not quite that far. Second heat of 200 meters.
Several blue uniforms. I just don't know if there's a Minneapolis runner. We'll have to get our accustomed to what their uniforms look like. Ellenwood,
Clifton, Clyde, too.
Lincoln.
And then Lincoln and Gossel.
No Minneapolis runners here.
I'm pretty sure we'll see a Minneapolis girl in this one. Looks like, anyway. They have a darker blue.
Oh, yeah, they probably got
year.
the navy blue, and there is a navy blue over on the outside of this one. I don't know if that's a Minneapolis runner or not, but we shall see. And there's a navy blue with red stripes on the inside.
There's some purple here too, Dale. Is that, just trying to see, is that, there's a lot of K-Staters mixed in with it, so I can't really tell. The school.
Central Plains is another school that's here.
Triple jumping against the wind.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. I think the high school for Central Plains is based out of Claflin. That was the combination of Claflin and Bushton and what was Quivira Heights a couple years ago. Or maybe this is the first year for it, I'm not sure.
If by chance Minneapolis has a triple jumper girl, and I'll look here on the list, but typically we haven't. We've got a high jump, long jump. That's Lucy Giles. She's cleared 5'2", Dale, in the high jump. That's a pretty nice height for her.
There's the high jump pit around here. Probably over there at the end. Well, this
third heat of 200 now. I didn't think they had prelims in 200, but I could be wrong.
That would make sense. Usually the 200 is way down the line towards the end of the meet.
They're evidently, it's just now 5, so.
There's the Clifton Clyde in that dark blue with the red.
It is. We'll have.
There's Minneapolis right there. Not sure who the young lady is. I apologize.
I believe that would be Summer Burns.
Okay. So we have navy blue with no stripes, red or white on either side.
Kylie McKinney would be in this heat for Minneapolis, and if you're right with this being prelims, Dale, we should be coming. This would be the end of the prelims and start the final runs here shortly.
The boys' prelims would be up next, I assume, on the 200.
Yes. Wilson is the team in purple.
Oh, yes, yes. That is correct.
And I always thought that was Lakeside.
No, Lakeside is out of Downs.
Oh, yeah. Wrong lake.
Yep.
The participants are going to get a little faster here. The ladies are in the blocks right now. And the starter lets them up for some reason. Well, we've been to track meets where they run slow, and I don't know who the starter is here.
Now they're getting set.
This would be Lindsay Shoup. Lindsay Shoup, Minneapolis with a substantial lead here, and this would be the second to the last heat. She's going to win that one easily. Her time, her best time so far is 27:13. Which is pretty good. I still haven't seen Kylie McKinney, that first girl I thought would have been Summer Burns, but I could be off. Dale and I are not familiar with all the kids in the school, but
I wouldn't be surprised if the starter over there is the high school principal. I think it's Rivers, because when I was substitute teaching over here in the last month, he was telling me that he was going to be doing, if I remember right, he's going to be doing the NCAA meet up in Minneapolis.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have somebody on their game because you want that thing to move along. We've been down to that place, Lindsborg, when that thing drug out wee hours of the night.
For sure.
They ran the 200s. I know a friend of mine got up, got in his car, drove down to McDonald's, got a coffee, came back, and they still weren't done running the 200s.
Of course, the McDonald's there, it wasn't too far away.
That's true.
Well, the gun's up on this one here. Another girls' event.
Yeah, they're giving the first call for the girls' 110-meter hurdle, so we're getting ready to get this track meet in full swing.
Grace Peters may be in this one out of the outside.
No, I don't believe that's her. She's a lot faster than that.
Yeah. I was just going by when they came out, but I would agree that wouldn't be her.
Looks like the boys are next, so we'll have to check the boys out.
It's not even a Minneapolis runner. It's black uniform.
Now we do have Scott's daughter run. She'll run the 4x8.
That's right. I forgot she
forgot
she was a trackster.
She's a middle distance gal. She'll also compete in the 300-meter long low hurdles. That's a grueling event. Boys, now, as luck would have it, I don't have the list for boys.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm seeing.
Just girls, huh?
Maybe I ought to go back and try that again. See if Linda.
Nab Linda and see if she's got the girls' side or the boys' side too.
Coach Smith, yeah, I'm gonna. If you see her, I might.
Yeah.
Slip over and. I would assume she's probably over at the start of the 200.
Probably so.
When they pull around here to start the 110 hurdles, I'll track her down. We'll get a list of the boys. We're half-baked right now, so boys will be running their prelims, 200 meter. It's like a Bennington participant in this one. I don't see a Minneapolis. But we've got a scoreboard and some pampas grass that hadn't been cut down yet in the way.
We'll just have to write in and officially complain about that pampas grass, huh?
Well, just a quick match and we'll take care of that. That's a good way to get rid of it anyway. I mean, just the dead stuff from the prior year.
They didn't have us in mind, did they?
No. There's quite a few poles over there, pole vaulters. Bennington has a nice pit. First heat of the boys 200. Bennington runner in there. I think it's Gossel here on the outside along with Wilson in purple. They're going to get the tape about the same time down there.
1-2, yep.
As Dale mentioned, we're a little disadvantaged here. Their finish line's about 50 meters down the way. No electricity there. best we can do is about mid-track here. If you're watching a football game, it's perfect, but track, it's kind of nice to get closer to the finish line, so we're going to have to guess on some of the finishes here, especially the tight ones in the 100 meter, 200 meter. There's Coach Smith right there. If you want to continue on, Dale,
yeah,
I will
right
see
ahead.
if she's got a boys list for us.
You go right ahead. We're not quite ready for this next race anyway, so we'll be right back. Okay, another boys 200 is underway here. I don't see any Bennington uniforms. Not sure if there's a Minneapolis or not. We'll see as they come by. Yes, that would be the Baker boy, I think they're in it. About 4th place, lane 3. We'll be back with the next one. So you have a list of events there? Yes. The order running? I don't see anybody in this neither, do they? So we don't have many 200 runners on the boys, do we? Clausen and Baker was the only ones you said? What's that? Lindsay Curl. Yeah, she's a pretty good athlete, I think, for Bennington. Hurdle Hustlers. Okay, boys, 110-meter hurdle prelims coming up here. I have a Bennington runner in lane 3.
Brian Weary.
Okay. He's on the extreme inside of the track.
El Saline kid is out in lead. Lincoln right there with him. Weary in third. Closing here at the end.
Like I said, Weary's going to get second. Maybe.
I believe he did, Dale.
Looks like several either Inman or Clay Center runners in this next one. A lot of orange.
And a Clifton Clyde in the middle.
And maybe a Lincoln. No Bennington or Minneapolis, so we'll skip this next one. Okay, 100-meter girls intermediate, or low hurdles, I guess it is, isn't it? Lindsay Curl for Bennington is running in this one. She's in lane 3, I believe. We can't see due to the power pole here right now. But yes. She's in about third spot right now.
The girl from Lincoln's got her rhythm down. She's up and over him. And it looks like maybe third for Lindsay Curl.
See any Minneapolis or Bennington uniforms in this next one?
No, I don't. But I know it looks like the list has Jamie Sloan as a participant from Bennington. Evidently might have 3 heats there.
Yeah, I think there's some other girls behind this one yet. So we'll be back for the next heat if we see Bennington or Minneapolis uniform. Okay, as we get ready for the next 100-meter hurdles, there's a Bennington girl in the triple jump. Might be Gattenbeim, I'm not sure.
And as I mentioned, triple jumping against the wind is not a easy feat.
It's not easy, whether there's no wind or not. Gun is up on this next race. Jamie Sloan from Bennington is in lane 3.
It's a good start by Miss Sloan. She's up and over the hurdles first, but here comes the Clifton Clyde girl. Tall, lanky redhead there, but it looks like Sloan will go ahead, and if she can get over this last one, she will win it.
Yeah, looks like she did. She got first in the heat. And her time was the same as Curl's, you said?
Yes, sir.
Coming in. Okay, I don't know if we have any other runners coming up for Minneapolis or Bennington. I don't see a Minneapolis uniform.
No, I don't have any listed as hurdlers.
So we'll be back with the next event. All right, we just heard the announcement of high jump results for the girls. Lucy Giles took first. And I can't remember the name of the Minneapolis girl that was tied for fourth. I apologize.
I will get the name off the sheet here, Dale.
And
I'm sorry.
Wolf for Bennington was 6th, I believe I heard. We're done with all the prelims, getting ready for a middle or long distance event here. Taking the inside lane hurdles down, 3 of them.
Dale, that would have been Samantha Ritchie. She tied for
yes.
4th, I believe,
Ritchie,
or right
yes.
there. Yeah.
He said tied for 5th, but it would be 4th.
Yes.
It would be 4th. They jumped from 3rd to
Ron Cherry, he'd get us popcorn while he's over there if I could flag him down.
It's awful hard to eat popcorn out there in this wind, Mike.
I don't know if we could control it or not.
But I haven't heard any first, second, or third and final calls for an event here.
I haven't either.
So we might be a few minutes before we hear anything. We'll be back.
Well, they're taking their positions now, so we're close,
Yep.
Dale.
We are back for
girls 4x8.
4x8 finals action here.
Minneapolis lane 2, Bennington lane 3. Anna Trahan for Minneapolis will carry the first 800. And the gun's up, they're off.
Who's the leadoff runner for Bennington, do you know?
That's White Soul.
White Soul, okay.
Katie White Soul. And out quick on the outside is
Lincoln, I'm betting.
No, that's Clifton Clyde.
Clifton Clyde? Okay.
Lincoln's kind of dragging back there in second to the last place. Anna Trahan's staying right with the Bennington runner, Katie Weitzel.
They're in second, third, about 10 to 15 meters back behind the lead runner.
That blue, and I was thinking that was them, but it might be
white and
Illinois.
blue, not the dark blue and red of Clifton Clyde.
Trahan right there in second, right with Katie Weitzel.
I can't read that uniform.
I can't either. Weitzel and Trahan shoulder to shoulder there. Teskett and then Elsleen. Excuse me. I believe that is Elsleen in last.
Now Trahan's starting to pull away. As at first, the girl that was leading all throughout the first lap is now third.
Yeah, she's kind of busted out early, and Trahan, a strong runner, as you may recall. She's a good 1,600 and 2-mile participant. She will run in both here tonight, or this afternoon.
Weitzel's about 10 meters back and second for Bennington.
Second lap of her carry, she's busting against the wind right here, and it is gusting at times.
Weitzel's closing the distance a little bit on Trahan.
She's got pretty much a 100-meter lead on the last place Lincoln team. Now Trahan down the home stretch will hand off to Grace Peters. And we'll see if Grace can bust out there, and Anna pulling away a little bit down the stretch here will hand off to Grace Peters. Weitzel from Bennington will hand off to Michaelin Laughlin. Peters out pretty quickly. Laughlin trying to catch up. Peters, an excellent middle distance runner, probably the strongest. It's good to get Trahan out in the lead in front of everyone else, but Peters is going to be tough to reel in here. Peters will have probably a nice lead when she hands off to Mariah Osherman. Osherman running as a freshman, I believe. Is she a freshman, Dale?
Yes. Now, if I remember right, last year the times, Peters was just a few seconds behind the school record time of Shea in the 400. You remember that?
She's close. She's a strong runner.
As a freshman, we were pretty impressed with that.
Yes.
And here comes the Bennington runner in second.
That would be Michaelin
Ellenwood
Laughlin.
And this unidentified blue with jersey with black shorts.
I'm still calling it Lakeside. Lakeside.
Okay, I don't know.
Because the
don't know enough to
purple
disagree.
was Wilson, wasn't it?
Yes. I don't know enough to disagree with you. So.
Peters with almost a 60-meter lead here, busting it down the backstretch against the wind. That's a tough go. Wind gusting out of the southwest, and she's into the teeth of it right here. Bennington fading there down the backstretch a little bit. Laughlin, second lap, a little bit slower. Mariah Osherman will be next for Minneapolis. Wonder if Dad's getting nervous yet. I remember this position myself with Lindsay when she ran. Ran her sophomore, junior, senior year. Had a great state championship team as a junior.
Yep.
And
We were
there's
there.
The handoff.
Mariah Osherman, and the Bennington runner is faded back. Here's Ellenwood.
And Lakeside. And here's Bennington, Michaelan.
Okay.
She'll hand off to Aubrey Anderson.
I've lost Osherman. Where is she? Over here.
She's running smoothly down the back stretch. Got a nice stride to her. She can maintain that stride through the second lap. That's always the trick. Here comes Ellenwood. They have got some speed there.
Yeah, they're closing a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah. Ellenwood and she's running easy. Yes, it is Ellenwood, and here comes Lakeside. She's got another lap to go, so it'll be tough for the Lakeside girl to keep up that pace. Osherman with about a 20-meter.
Who's this third Bennington?
30-meter lead.
Did you catch?
Yes, that was Aubrey Anderson.
Okay.
And she's running smoothly there in fourth place.
About a 50 to 60 meter advantage for Osherman right now over second place Ellenwood.
Yeah, she's able to maintain that pace all the way through the second lap also. That's what it takes, consistency for 2 laps. It's a gut-wrenching race. It's 800 meters. Mariah will run the 300 hurdles also.
Well, with the length of her legs, that makes sense.
Yes, it does. That's a gut-wrenching race also. So she's into 2 of them here at 800 meters and the 300 hurdles. But she's maintaining a lead here. I think they're going to try and coax her on now down the home stretch if we can. Here comes Ellenwood, about a 15, 20 meter, and they're bringing it now. So.
Yeah. Dad Osherman,
and she's doing a good job. She's kicking it down the stretch and maintain a nice lead there and handing off to Kylie McKinney. Kylie McKinney with the carry now for Minneapolis. Boy, she's got a nice stride, doesn't she, Dale?
Uh-huh.
Goodness. Oh, it is.
Ochterberg, okay.
Sorry, thank you. I got the wrong name on here. Molly Ochterberg.
Ochterberg, isn't it?
Ochterberg. We stand corrected as she has the final carry, and Ellenwood is
still trying to close.
Closing. Molly Ochterberg. Is that close?
Yeah. Freshman, I believe.
She will get caught and passed here by both Lakeside and Ellenwood. They're she's a freshman, I'm told. Ellenwood gets by her.
Definitely an older girl there.
Definitely an older girl. Molly Ochterberg. Lakeside losing a little bit of gas there. She may not have enough to catch Molly. Molly with 800 meters to go. Here comes Bennington, though. Bennington's anchor leg is Tyron Glissman. If my names are right on my sheet. And the last place Lincoln team is scooting right along. If they had a couple to go with her, that would have been a different deal. Ellenwood with the lead. Molly Ochterberg for Minneapolis in second. And I'm we're not out of this thing yet, Dale. If Ellenwood fades here just a little bit.
I think she has actually widened her lead somewhat, but she could fade at the end if Molly can get a kick.
I think you're right. She is stretching it out now just a little bit. The Ellenwood girl, as you mentioned, probably a junior or senior. That was a Tesket girl that's running strong here.
Yeah.
Alexis Munoz. This is Brooke Panning with Ellenwood, and she's got a little bit something left in the tank. She's a pretty good 800 runner. Now Molly's kicking it down the home stretch. That's a good finish for Ochterberg. And Minneapolis maintained second place, and that's where we will finish. We won't have a time, but here's Lakeside, unable to pick up any additional ground on Ochterberg as Molly shut the door on them, and Bennington will finish in fourth. Elsleen, Lincoln, and Wakefield, I believe, would be the final teams.
So Ellenwood first, Minneapolis second, Bennington fourth. And next up will be the boys' action in the 4x4. We'll have, or 4x8. We'll have Bennington squad, did I understand? But not Minneapolis, is that right?
That's the way I see it. I do not see a Minneapolis team. Tesket will be in there. Elsleen will be in there. Bennington, Shefferkey, Haynes, Gunnar Mick, and Drake Ginneman.
Yep.
You know, that ought to be a pretty solid team.
Shefferkey and Juneman, their long legs.
Long legs.
Good gait ought to be quite an advantage for the dogs there in that race.
Yeah. As we finish up here, we'll be back with boys 4x8 here in just a minute. They're off boys 4x8. Bennington right out there in the front in third. Their first runner is Adam Shefferkey. He's a tall drink of water. What, he's 6'6", Dale?
Yeah,
6'6",
6'7", somewhere in there.
He's got a long stride. Is that Wakefield or Tesket? I think that's Joe Herta out from Tesket out in front. No, it's got a red on the front. Bennington with Adam Shefferkey in first. That's Ellenwood out front.
First, yeah. Tesket's third.
And from there on back, they're cruising.
Elsleen and Gosselin. And looks like the Ellenwood boy is taking control here in first place, about
by golly,
close to 10 meters in front of Shefferkey of Bennington.
Gunnar Mick will be the next runner for Bennington, if I have my, yes, have my names right.
And Tesket is hanging in there 10 meters back of Bennington.
Joe Herta for Tesket. Cody Comstock, Joel McCosh, and Jacob Falder, the runners for Tesket. They're fairly close too, Dale. County school. Right here, it's Ellenwood down the stretch. Shefferkey trying to reel him in.
And
we'll hand it off.
Huerta for Tesket. Who's the second runner for Bennington? Mick, you said.
Yeah, Gunnar Mick has the baton.
He's got 40 meters to make up. Easy.
A little bit at a time, but he's headed in that direction. Gunnar with a pretty nice stride. The Ellenwood team would be Patrick Ringering. is a second runner.
Yeah, that's a name we've called in basketball a few times.
Yeah, Ring-a-Ring.
Ring-a-Ring. Can't forget that name. Not to make fun of it. It's just different. To us, probably not to the Ellenwood folks. Good runner. Here comes Gunnermick. Teskett just got passed. That's Lakeside, you say? Clifton Clyde.
They just announced Minneapolis girls second place finish in the 4x8. Mick still got a ways to go. That Ellenwood kid at Ring-a-Ring has not let up a bit, has he?
Not at all.
And here comes Teskett, Comstock.
Actually, Teskett got passed. That's that other team you're thinking is Lakeside.
Yep, Lakeside.
And he's going to catch Mick here for.
Sure is.
Coming into turn 3.
Ring-a-Ring will hand it off to Avery Pike from Ellenwood. Ellenwood not having too much trouble here, getting ready to pass or lap Gossel. Boy, he's a pretty strong runner, isn't he?
Yep.
800 meter.
Oh, Mick made a liar out of us.
Gunner held him off for the time being. Now he's got, yeah. Strong finish for Gunner. Gunner will hand it off to Cyrus Haynes, if I got my names correct on my sheet.
And a good 60 to 70 meters back at first place Ellenwood is Haynes of Bennington.
And Ellenwood team has got some 800 runners, don't they? Well, it's time for that wind to let up a little, Dale.
Yeah. We kept saying with the day going by, of course the light of day goes longer and longer now.
Oh.
This is lap traffic here.
Haynes jumped by on the inside. I don't know if he got out off the track or not. That was close.
Oh, I didn't see it, I guess.
Passed him down on the curve and kind of jumped across on the inside. Still another lap to go. Ellenwood kid is fading a little bit. These are just the runners that have been lapped.
These two between Ellenwood and Bennington are lapped traffic.
Ellenwood, what, has 40, 50 meters?
No, that's okay. That's Ellenwood that's in the lead, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, he's just passing a guy now.
Well, the guy that's passing him has another lap to go. He just unlapped himself.
Yeah. Okay.
He must have went and got another box of chips, Dale. I didn't see too many chips. I would have got some. Concession stand's a little sparse.
No, this is Wilson that was doing the passing.
Ellenwood's going to get him back, though. That's Ellenwood's second lap, and Wilson's first.
And here comes the Bennington runner.
Cyrus Haynes will hand off to Drake Gentleman. And Gentleman.
Another 6'5" edition.
Yes.
Of Bennington High
We'll
School.
see if he can bust it out there and make up some ground on Ellenwood.
He's got a long stride. Look at him go.
Kyle Oglesby. Yes, he does have a stride, doesn't he? Oglesby just cruising along up there, but I'm here to tell you, gentlemen,
I lost him. There he is.
he can do it with a stride like that, Dale. We're talking an 800 runner there.
Yes, sir. He's now about 30 to 40 meters back of the lead runner. He doesn't have near the long stride that Gentleman does.
Made up some ground, hasn't he? See if Juniman has anything left for this last lap. Got one more to go. He does have a heck of a stride, though, doesn't he?
He can make up some ground with that stride.
Wilson will hand off here for their final carry.
Well, it looks like the Ellenwood runner's got enough left in the tank to maintain his lead.
I believe so. Juniman had another lap in him as the first one. He could probably have caught him. That's pretty much the way it'll finish. Ellenwood will take this thing. Bennington second. And was it Lakeside that moved up?
Now Ellenwood will have won both the girls and boys in the 4x8.
Yes. Bennington, here's Juniman finishing for the Bulldogs.
Ellenwood is 2A, so Bennington will have to deal with them in possible regional or state competition.
Both teams very strong in the 4x8. Here's Lakeside. They will be third. So it's Ellenwood, Bennington, and Lakeside, and I think Wilson's got another lap there. So I think Gossel does too. I think it should be Elsa Lane will be fourth.
I'm not sure where the Tesket runner's gone, but all right. Well, we will be back with the next edition of whatever event is up. Okay, gun is up on the girls' 100-meter low hurdles. Curl for Bennington in lane 1, Sloan in lane 5. Ellenwood is favored here as the lane 4 runner.
Sophie Hayes. She's right down the track, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. As the time on the sheets indicated, she's above and the rest of them.
Oh my, she's
long way.
She's
10,
good.
10
good
meters.
hurdler. Sophie Hayes, the winner. It looked like Curl might have got third. We'll have to wait for the official.
Boys 110 high hurdles coming up. I'm not sure we have a runner for Bennington or Minneapolis, either one.
Brian Weary was in it, but I don't know.
I don't know that he qualified.
Well, he's getting his blocks out.
There he is, yeah, okay.
So we will have a Bennington runner in the 110 low hurdle.
Is it low?
Oh, they are highs. They bring those up, don't they? Yep, you're right.
We'll be back after they get them reset.
In lane 1.
Just turned it on.
Excuse me, he's out in lane 6. Weary.
Boys 110.
From Bennington.
Else.
Brian Weary.
Clifton Clyde runner is at first. Looks like Weary is going to finish 5th.
Elsaline second. Inman third.
You heard the announcements for the girls. Lindsay Curl, I believe it was, got 5th.
5th, yes.
In the 100-meter lows. Next up will be the 100-meter dash. Girls and boys. Okay, girls 100-meter dash about to come up. There's Lindsay Shoup for the Lady Lions of Minneapolis is in the middle in lane 4. There are Bennington runners flanking the field in 1 and 8, or 1 and 7, excuse me.
Shoup with a 13.20. There is an Ellenwood girl or two that has a better time than Lindsay. So if Lindsay can get in the top 2, this will be big. She's in the middle of the track, so she had the best prelim time.
You see names for Bennington that might be in there?
Abriel Favors and Delaney Ellis.
Yes, I remember hearing those names now. The gun is up.
Weary of Bennington. Fourth place, Friesen of Inman.
Shoop in the middle of the track.
16:38.
A good start here will help with the two Ellenwood girls having a better time. 13:05 is the best time by Chelsea Day.
Inman jumps out.
Inman is right there. Shoop is reeling her in. Lindsay Shoop will win it. Boy, that was a good race, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was. For the freshmen. And the Bennington girls finished last and next to last, I think.
I don't have an Inman girl in the top 20, so they had a sleeper. 15 seconds, and Shoop's 13:20, so they evidently had someone else that qualified that wasn't on my list here. But Lindsay Shoop with a great finish there in the 100 kind of looked like she got that win, didn't she, Dale?
Yep, I believe so. I do not see a black and gold of Bennington or the navy blue of Minneapolis. Oh, there's black and gold of Bennington, lane 3. These posts are awful hard to manage.
We've got a Thornhill and a Lamp on the list here as possibles.
Lamp is in 3. Thank you.
Lampy. Excuse me.
Lampy.
Thank you. Weston Lampy. Alex Jackson from Lincoln's got the best time, and looks like he's going to be lane 1. No, that's Lakeside, excuse me.
Yeah,
Lincoln's right there in 5, so yeah, he's a stud, isn't he? Alex Jackson and Weston Lampy. Right in the middle of the track are the two to watch, along with, Lakeside's right there too.
Bennington's 3, Lakeside's 4, Lincoln's 5, lane 5.
Nope, excuse me, that's Ellenwood. I keep thinking that's Lakeside. That's Ellenwood right there in the middle. So Lincoln, Ellenwood, and Bennington right in the middle of the track.
The gun is up.
It's going to be a good race. Weston Lampy. Alex Jackson, Lincoln.
And Lincoln boy is zooming out in the lead.
Yes, he is. Lampy is right there. I believe he's going to get 3rd.
Yeah, just behind the Ellenwood runner.
Cody Isern. Lampy did. We like those nose guards, don't we, Dale?
Yep, 100-meter dash results.
Ellenwood. 5th place, Ellis of Bennington. 4th place, Casson, Wakefield. 3rd place, Day of Ellenwood in 13:17. 2nd place in 13:02.
Ooh.
Miller of Inman. And 1st place in 12:86. Shoot.
Wow. Lindsay Shoop runs under 13 seconds in 100 meters to take the win, Dale. That was wind aided, I know, but good grief, that was fast.
And I didn't catch the name of the Bennington runner that got 5th. Was it Ellis?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't for sure if I caught it.
When Shoop's best time was 13:20, and there were 2 Ellenwood runners faster than her, and she runs under 13 seconds here in the finals. It's just about as fast as Riley Baker.
Cousins.
Yes.
Next event will be what? We're waiting on the results of the boys.
I ought to keep the lineup in my billfold, Dale, just so I know what's going to be next, because I'm always wondering.
About the time you do that, they'd switch it up on you.
Looks like they're starting to, no, not 200 yet.
No, that would be later on. 400 or 800 coming up, maybe? I haven't heard a call. You got a Bennington lad over here getting ready to pole vault. Is that a Mick?
Yes, it is. Gunner Mick. At the pole vault pit. Bar's up there about, what, 12 foot, Dale?
Probably.
6th place, Denham of Wilson. 5th place, Winkle of Lakeside. 4th place, Perez, St. John's of Beloit. 3rd place in 11.78, Lampy of Bennington. 2nd place in
And here he goes.
65, Milius
Yep.
of Wakefield.
Undercut it.
In 11.46, Jackson of Lincoln.
Lampy was 3rd place for Bennington in the 100 meters, and Jackson took 1st.
11:46 the time. 11 seconds, .46. All right, we have either a 400 or 800 lining up down here for the girls.
It's an 800.
Okay. So I see a Bennington runner.
Dad Shoup got a smile on his face after Lindsay runs under 13 seconds, 12 and change to win the 100 meters. That's a nice race for Lindsay. 100 meter, and as I...
Two Bennington runners here in this.
Well, we're not going to have 2 heats because Anna Trahan's out there and the 2 Bennington girls. So.
Okay, Anna's in lane 7, isn't she?
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit of dirt coming off the parking lot there.
Yeah, yeah. Good old south wind here. Is the Ferris girl in this from Lincoln? Or Wilson, either one from Elsaline?
That would be quite a race, wouldn't it? Girls 800. Grace Peters.
Grace Peters is in it, you say?
She down lane 1.
I
Aubrey
don't-
Wilson is in this. And Jenna Ferris. We've got a heck of a race going on here.
Is this 800 or 400?
It's 800. They're standing up.
Okay.
No blocks.
Yeah, all right.
Aubrey Wilson's out there with a red top and black bottom.
I don't see one Minneapolis runner.
Well, maybe they scratched Grace out of there.
Still be a heck of a duel with
Yes, it will.
the folks that are in that.
You don't want to get too far behind in this race because you've got some girls that can motor.
Trahan is running 6th, trying to move up. Bennington girls 3rd. I don't see Elsaline Red of Wilson out there. Might be an Elsaline Red, but that's not Wilson.
Well, it's
Too
clear,
short, too
clear
short.
back there, but I don't know that that's her. It might be. This is 800 meters, 2 laps, so you don't want to go out too early. This would be Jenna Ferris from Lincoln, and she is top notch. We've seen her at state. She is a good runner. Very good runner. Ellenwood girl right with her. Bennington girl right with her.
Trahan's moving into 4th. And I do not see a Wilson girl from
No, I don't either.
Elsaline.
It's not her on the inside there. Doesn't look like her
Too
anyway.
short.
Yeah.
Not lanky enough.
Not fast enough either.
Yes.
We've seen her run at state also. She's all what she cracks up to be in the middle distance. So we had her on the list to run, but she evidently is not there. Jenna Ferris in the lead.
Looks like Trahan just got passed.
Brooke
Back
Panning,
in 5th place now.
Ellenwood in 2nd, Bennington in 3rd. And there is
Elsaline's
an
4th.
Elsaline girl there.
Uh-huh.
The other Elsaline, Alicia Lewis, about the same time as Anna Trahan, so those two would be running together. This is the last lap.
Yep.
Ferris in the lead. Jenna Ferris from
premier
Lincoln.
girl athlete in this area. One of the premier girl
She's
athletes.
just cruising along. The Ellenwood girl having a good run. So is the Bennington girl. I don't know if, I believe this is Taryn Glissman. Trahan in 5th.
Well, this must be the 1600.
This is definitely the 1600, isn't it? This is definitely the 1600.
Not the 800.
Then this is, it's either Katie Weitzel or Michaelin Laughlin.
For Bennington?
Yep. Or possibly Arbery Anderson. I just don't know. They had 3 in the top 9, 10. This is Jenna Ferris. I thought she was cruising right along for an 800 finish. Comes Elseline up on the Bennington runner. Ellenwood still in second. Ferris stretching it out now in first. Jenna Ferris from Lincoln. Trahan's back in 5th. And holding her ground there, Elseline and Bennington shoulder to shoulder, and they're going to catch the Ellenwood girl. They will not catch Ferris.
No. Not unless she falls down, breaks a leg.
She's a strong runner. Kind of looks like she's running herself into shape. Also, there's 3 runners. I think that's I hate to say which Bennington runner that is. Let me just name them all. Could be Katie Weitzel, Michaelin Laughlin, Aubrey Anderson.
And Anna Trans about to get caught from behind if she doesn't watch it. She's running in 5th right now.
Mid-season, there's another Bennington girl. I think that's the Michaelin Laughlin, and I think the one in front must be the Weitzel girl.
Elseline runner is now in 2nd, about 40 meters back of Ferris of Lincoln. There's our leader, way over there. I read something about who she signed with, but I can't remember who it was.
Ferris?
Yeah. It wasn't in basketball. Can't remember if it was cross country, track, or both.
Sterling, I hope. Use another good runner. Jenna Ferris finishing up 1,600 meters for the girls. Elseline girl running well here in 2nd. Bennington 3rd. I think it's Katie Weitzel.
Yep.
That'd be Katie Adam there in 2nd place for Elseline. Ellenwood will be, oh, she's not done yet. Weitzel's going to get passed by Ellenwood here at the end, and Ellenwood will get 3rd, Bennington 4th. Trahan 5th, 6th.
So Weitzel got 2nd or 3rd, was it?
She ended up 3rd.
3rd. And here's the other Bennington runner. Going to finish position behind
Michaelin Laughlin. Gossel.
Next up will be the boys 1600. We'll be right back. Okay, guns up on the boys 1600. 2 Minneapolis runners. I don't see any Bulldog black and gold.
Isaac Cooter and Brandon Wolf. Yep. I recognize his gait now. Good runner. I actually thought we did have, according to the sheet, had a Bennington runner here, but Dale's eyes are pretty good. We do not see a black and gold.
Yeah, I don't see any. well disguised.
Cooter leading the first lap here, 1,600 meters. Isaac's time so far this year, 5:45. The Gossel kid right there,
2 Gossel runners in the top 4.
5:25.
And there's the other Minneapolis runner. That's Wolf.
Brandon Wolf.
No black and gold here as we're coming down the stretch in front of us on the first lap. Cooter's stretched out to about a 10 to 15 meter lead here.
Second call, boys and girls, 4 by 100 meter relay.
Excellent. That's why they're gathering over there, Dale. It's 4x1.
Okay.
Is next. I might have to go after that blanket after all. Isaac Cooter still leading here, second lap of the 1,600 meter boys.
The Inman runner has moved into second. 2 Gossel runners third and fourth.
Brandon Wolf running smoothly in about 7th, getting passed by a Lincoln runner. Cooter, a strong runner, has run this 1,600 about all his career. Got passed by the Inman. I think Mom and Dad are right here in front of us with the Inman kid. Cooter right there. And the 2 Gossel runners running, they look like twins.
Pretty close. Wolf is in 6th right now from Minneapolis. Cooter is hanging right with the lead runner from Inman here in 2nd place, about 2 meters back. Let him break the wind.
There you go. And that's an important thing to do, especially down that backstretch. Let the Inman guy take some of that. Isaac, very smart runner, tucks right in behind him.
We have the results of the girls' 1,600 meter run. In 6th place, Harlow of Lincoln. In 5th place, Rycouver of Ellenwood. In 4th place, Whitesell of Bennington.
It was Whitesell.
3rd place,
Got 4th.
57-12. Snell of Ellenwood. In 2nd place, 53-78. Adams of El Saline. And in 1st place, in 5:46-65, Jenna Ferris of Lincoln.
5:46, pretty slow time for her.
Gun lap here. Cooter's hanging right there in second. I thought he was going to try to pass him on the front stretch here, but
Jenna Ferris will be down at 5:30, 5:20.
there Cooter's making a move.
There.
Heading
Isaac.
into the backstretch.
Boys and girls.
Past the Inman runner, now trying to stretch it out.
Cooter running very strong here. The Inman runner slowing just a bit down the backstretch. See if Cooter's got enough to finish. There's a 4x8 team right there running across the field.
Yep.
Isaac's going to finish this one off in fine fashion. Cooter, I knew he had a kick. He always has a kick. Isaac Cooter. And he'll lap someone.
What year is Isaac? Do you have any idea?
He should be a senior this year, I think. Cooter, nice finish.
And
Wins the boys 1,600. Wolf right
Wolf
here.
is coming up here. He's putting on a kick himself.
It's a good finish there by Brandon Wolf.
He's a freshman, isn't he?
Yes. They will not catch him, I don't think. He's got too much left down the stretch and closes the door. Is that a 5th place?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent finish by Brandon Wolf. Minneapolis goes 1-5 in the 1600 boys. The 4x1 will be next. One of my favorite races anyway.
It moves quickly. We'll be right back. Okay, second heat of the boys 1600 coming up, boys. You don't see 2 heats of 1600s very often. State track meet, that's usually about it. 2 Bennington runners in lane 2 and 3, and Randall Runyon from Minneapolis in lane 4.
One would be Lucas Garrett, the other one Ian Hodges. Randall Runyon also from Minneapolis in this. Times here, the Montoya kid from Ellenwood, watch for him. He's 4:39. And Forrest Dreyer from El Saline is 4:52. Lucas Garrett, 5 minutes flat. Bennington.
Is that a Tesket uniform in front?
It could be. That's Joe Herta. He started fast in the 800. And Joe Herta is a 5'10", so that's nothing to sneeze at either. The Ellenwood kid, Pedro Montoya. It's a guy to watch.
Randall Runyon
And
from the Lions in 2.
Montoya in the lead. Runyon in second. Runyon, a very good runner.
Bennington runner is in about 5th or 6th right now. And another one back here next to last.
Should be Lucas Garrett up there in the front pack. And Ian Hodges back here. Runyon running pretty strong for Minneapolis. Runyon had the 11th best time. He's up there
in second.
In second.
3, 4, 5, 6. Bennington runner 7th or 8th.
Runyon slowing just a little. El Saline should move up. That's Forrest Dreyer. And Lucas Garrett from Bennington should start moving up here, according to the times. For the most part, this is Pedro Montoya.
I believe the wind is starting to gust a little less, Mike.
Promise?
It's still gusting, but not quite as severe as it was. Runyon still second up. There's a move by the El Saline runner, or Ellenwood runner. And El Saline's coming up behind him, too.
That's Morgan Feemster, and El Saline kid has got a good time. I'm surprised he's let the leaders get that far out in front of him. Runyon still running pretty decent there.
Here's discus results. Friend of Minneapolis, 5th.
Wow. It's kind of waiting for a Yoxel to get thrown in there.
Didn't make the top 6.
This is Montoya from Ellenwood, followed by his teammate. That would be Feemster, and then the El Saline kid, yeah.
Lincoln, Tesket, Gossel.
Joe Herta, there from Tesket.
Runyon's hanging strong. And Bennington Garrett right behind him.
Forrest Dreyer from El Saline. 4:52 is his best time. Runyon.
Gun lap. There's the leader.
We couldn't have coaxed him into going out for football?
I guess not.
He's a pretty good sized lad.
Yeah.
gun lap, and
I can't remember if he was or wasn't up for football. I don't remember the name there.
I don't either.
I hate to swear to
Montoya.
it. It's a Tesket runner in the last place position. Bennington runner, excuse me. Next to last place.
Next to last, we got a Wilson Lake, Wilson track. Here's Montoya. And he's gonna.
He would have beat Cooter, I think.
Yep, definitely. Here's the other Ellenwood runner, and El Saline, Forrest Dreyer.
Who's going to take second?
Yes.
Here comes Runyon, going to try to put a move on the Gossel runner.
This is the Lucas
And
Garrett.
Garrett right behind him, Bennington. And
Garrett Runyon.
Garrett took him, I think. Pretty close.
I don't know. Runyon had a pretty good lean at the end. Might have nosed him out. We'll find out. They have the results rather quickly, don't they?
Yes, they do. So there'll be two heats that they'll pick the top 6 times out of.
Yep.
We'll be back with whatever's coming up next.
4x1.
4x1. All right. 4x1 action, girls. Bennington is running in third here. Handoff.
It's smooth, good enough handoff that Bennington has taken the lead, made up the stagger big time. There's a nice effort there. Let me get the names of the girls running in this. Girls 4x1. Bennington runners will be Favors, Ellis, Ney, and Curl.
There's Curl, the anchor.
This is Curl. Bennington's going to win this. Uh-oh. No.
Ellenwood.
No. There's that hurdler.
Yep.
She is fast. Oh, man.
Took her 50 meters to go.
Sophie Hayes.
She's an athlete.
She can pick them up and lay them down.
So Bennington took second.
Almost as fast as Riley Baker.
You keep trying to get her to turn.
I can't get her to. Here.
You seated down to our
Nice
left.
race by Bennington. Ellenwood takes it as Sophie Hayes with a big finish. She can flat move. I thought Curl had it won, and then I looked to see who was coming up from Ellenwood, and that was fast.
Boys 4x1 heat or heats will be coming up. Minneapolis, I think, did we say had a 4x1 boys?
Yes. We've had Gage Mortimer, Josh Macy, Brandon Davis, and Jeremiah Friend.
And how about Bennington?
Bennington is in there also. TJ Ragnoni, Thornhill, Ryan Weary, and Weston Lampy. This could be interesting.
And they aren't out on the track yet, so we'll see. We'll be back after see what order they're going to go here. First heat of the boys, I don't know.
First heat.
Inman and
You're good.
No Bennington or Minneapolis. We'll be back. 4x1 announcements. The Bennington girls were second place,
Second.
as we saw in the finish. Ellenwood first. The boys will be lining up here pretty quick for another heat. We'll see if Bennington or Minneapolis is in that. Excuse us. Here's
4x1 men's boys. Josh Macy right there handing off to Brandon Davis.
we were asleep.
Nope, he lost it.
We were asleep.
Brandon Davis recovered, but not. This is Jeremiah Friend.
And we might get second. Clifton Clyde's
Clifton Clyde.
going to get second.
Yeah.
Minneapolis third. Apologize. We were yakking about other things. We didn't think we saw anybody in that.
4x1. Good race. Minneapolis third, I believe.
Yep.
As long as they don't run out another heat.
And I don't see another pack of bodies coming onto the track.
They would have had a decent handoff. They would have had second.
Yeah. They made up good ground to get what they did. All right, we'll be back. Okay, boys. What was that? 4x8. Minneapolis was third. Was that what the?
That was just the 4x1 right there.
4x1. Excuse me. 4x1. Minneapolis third. Whoever passed Minneapolis is second. Ellenwood won it. I think. I lost track. I might be misinforming you, so I'll be quiet. 400-meter girls heat coming up. Saw two Bennington runners go out on the track. Not sure if there's a Minneapolis.
Well, Dale, I might have to make a blanket run.
Looks like there's a Bennington runner in lane 3.
.400 meters, Bennington has Daniel Ney, Delaney Ellis, Paula Olberg are the 3 Bennington runners, and if they have 3 heats, we could see all 3 of them.
Bennington is in lane 3 and 7, I think, of this one.
That would probably be Delaney Ellis and Paula Olberg. Then the final heat would be where we would have Daniel Ney and the 2 Minneapolis runners.
We have results of the girls' javelin throw. In 6th place,
Looks like the
Leech of Wakefield.
Bennington runner in 3 is moving up.
5th place, Wolf of
El
Bennington.
Saline girl is running strong.
4th place,
Out in
Secret
lane 5, I
of
think.
Clifton Clyde. In 3rd place, with a throw of
Bennington girl has
106 feet,
got
2 inches.
advantage on the inside position here. Can she move into first?
At 108 feet 5 inches,
She is going to challenge. Gonna be close. No, backing off. El Saline's pulling away.
I was trying
Next
to catch
is
the
gonna be
javelin.
third, gonna be
she
third.
led off and
Yeah.
got 3rd. The other Bennington runner would be 5th, and that would be
Second call, girls 300.
Paula Olberg.
First call,
That'll be at least one more heat of girls 400, and we'll be back. Boys javelin results.
Swank of Ellenwood. In 4th place, Quillen of Clifton Clyde. In 3rd place, with a throw of 150 feet 6 inches, Deaver of Clifton Clyde. In 2nd place, with a throw of 154 feet 8 1/2 inches, Decker of Lakeside. And in 1st place, with a throw of 163 feet 3 inches, Yoxall, Minneapolis.
Excellent.
And that would be
163.
Alex.
Alex,
probably.
yep.
So Alex Oxel wins the boys javelin. We'll be
Better
back.
make sure he's throwing further than his brother.
We'll be back for the next heat of the girls 400. Okay, probably the last event or heat of the girls 400 meter coming up.
We should get Daniel Ney of Bennington, Grace Peters, Minneapolis, and Lindsay Shoup, Minneapolis. 400 meters. Top 3. Top 4, there's Emma Dries from El Saline, so we were going to have a race here. The El Saline girl is probably 2 seconds faster than Grace Peters, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Woo. What's the El Saline girl's name?
Emma, D-R-E-E-S.
Huh.
Dries.
That'll be quite a race.
It stacks up to being a nice race. She's in the middle of the track. Shoup is on the outside of her.
Peter's a sophomore, Shoup a freshman. Nay's a senior for Bennington. Looks like Nay is in lane 6.
Peters is flat, getting out quick. Shoop running real smooth down on lane 3. Now she's slowing just a little bit. The Elsleen girl in the middle of the track with the knee band on is the girl to beat. Peters still has made up the stagger on 2 girls, running up with Nay. This is going to be a good race when they make the turn here, if Peters can hang on. Emma Dries from Elsleen. Grace Peters has got a little company on the outside. That would be Daniel Nay, but Peters reeled her in. The Elsleen girl will not catch her. This is a pretty good race. Grace Peters and Daniel Nay.
1-2, and Shoop will be 4th, I believe.
Lindsay Shoop with a good finish. Grace Peters with a heck of a race there. This could be right around that 60 flat time that we all strive for, girls. I think the girl in the past that used to run 60 flat was Riley Baker. She won't acknowledge me,
She's
Dale.
deaf to you.
That was a heck of a finish there. We'll be back with boys 400, and I'll get some names here ready to go. Adam Shefferkey and Gunnar Mick for Bennington. And probably in one heat will be Brandon Davis and Skylar Reetbrock. Possibly even Colton Baker.
In 3rd place, 1 minute, 3 and 5,300 seconds, Dries of Elsleen. 2nd place, in 1 minute, 2 and 6,300 seconds, Nay of Bennington. And in 1st place, in 1:01.97, Peters of Minneapolis.
Okay, that was the girls' 400 results. Shoop 5th, Nay, Bennington 2nd, and Peters, Minneapolis 1st. Just less than a second separating Nay and Peters. Next heat of the boys 400 coming up. I believe we've got at least a Minneapolis runner or 2 in this one. Gun is up on this one. Yep. He's reset. Gun is up again. Gets the runners in the blocks. Well, gonna make him do it again. I think he might have an issue with his gun. He's brought it down, is looking at it. Having to reload or something. Be right back. Okay, Mr. Rivers, Bennington High School principal, has got them lined up again. He got his gun up in the air. Now. And they're off. I believe there is a Minneapolis runner here, but I'm not sure who it is. It might be Wolf of Minneapolis. in first there. See if I can identify him better, and they come down the home stretch. Oh, it's Colton Baker. Excuse me. And he's going to get caught at the end by a Gossel runner. So Colton Baker will take second
This is the third call
in this heat.
for the 300-meter hurdle.
See if he qualifies. Well, there's no qualifying to go on. They just take the top 6 times at all the heats for placements. So congratulations, Colton, on getting second there. We'll come back with the next heat. Okay, gun is up on the next heat. Let's see if we have a Bennington or Minneapolis runner in it. Bennington is in lane 5. I don't know if that's Mick, possibly.
That's definitely Brandon Davis.
Oh, is Brandon Davis in the race too?
Sure looks like it.
Yep, Davis is running second here. Here I thought there was a Bennington runner in it, and my eyes were deceiving me. Brandon Davis going to finish second in the heat. Colton Baker finished second in his heat. Davis second here. And I'm sure we'll probably have at least one more heat of the boys 400 coming up, and we'll be back. Gun is up on the next heat. We think that maybe Gage Mortimer is in lane 2 from Minneapolis and Sheffer Key from Bennington.
Oh, that would be Skylar Reetbrock in lane 2 there.
Oh, Reetbrock's in 2? Okay. Yes, I can tell by the way he's walking back that that's not
And
Mortimer.
yeah, he's got the best time of anyone in Minneapolis.
So there might be another heat after this one, you think, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you see 2 Bennington kids out there.
Well, there's just too many bodies.
You know, Skylar runs a 57 flat.
Okay, now the starter's going to get back in place again. I was about to click off here. Gun is up. Settling back down into the starting blocks. Skylar Reebrock in 2 for Minneapolis. We'll see if there's either any more Minneapolis or Bennington runners as they get started.
We're at the mercy of the pole. No, it's just going to be Skylar Reetbrock. Minneapolis lane 2. Doing a pretty good job right there, that's for sure. Runs about a 57 flat. Made up the stagger on 2 guys. Now a guy catches him back. Ducking into the wind there. He's in pretty good shape. This is going to be a heck of a race, I think, Dale. It's Lincoln.
Reebrock's running 5th. And that's the way he will finish.
And that's the way it'll.
In this heat. We'll be back with probably the final heat coming up.
60. I knew you ran about a 60. I didn't know if you ever got under 60. That's hard to do.
Last heat of the boys 400.
60 is fast. Sheffer Key and lost my sheet. Gunner Mick. Should have recognized him. They're side by side. Adam Shefferkey and Gunner Mick. Bet Coach Giles is glad he wore shorts today.
Yeah. I hadn't noticed that. Inman runner is going to walk away with this.
Yes, he is.
Lincoln, Mick,
maybe. Gunner
and
can hang on.
Shefferkey.
Gunner will hang on. Third place. Shefferkey fifth. Yeah, I'm glad you talked me into going after the blanket, Dale. It hit the spot.
We might have had to leave if you hadn't got to get the blankets. We'll be back for the next event. Okay, girls 300-meter hurdles. The gun is up. Mariah Osherman might be in this.
She
event.
is a player, and this is not a race for everyone. There are quite a few girls, though, however, and there could even be 3 heats in this.
Looks like is Mariah up there in 7. Kind of a tall, lanky girl in blue uniform out there, trying to keep warm.
As some track meets do, this one is dragging on slowly. Yes, that is Mariah out
there.
7th. They will have at least two heats. I would assume they would maybe have 3.
Did I hear a Lomberger of Lincoln?
Yep, there is a Lomberger.
Well, I knew there was Lombergers there. I didn't know there was any more. Inman girls in first. Mariah's running third here.
One more, or 2 more, excuse me. There you go, good job. Inman first, Ellenwood second, and Minneapolis Mariah Osherman third in this heat.
I don't know that I've seen before what I just saw, Mike.
Yeah, evidently it was funny. I didn't see it.
The last place girl just slowed down to a walk before the last hurdle and walked over the
Walked over the hurdle or walked around it?
Walked over it.
Well, she'd had enough.
That was a first for me, I do believe. We'll be back with the next heat.
There is a correction on
Another one coming up. Second heat. Girls 300 hurdles. We'll see if, I think I see a gold uniform over there. Maybe a couple of them. Not just one.
Well, if my estimate's right, we will get Lucy Giles here eventually and Jamie Sloan.
Any ideas of names for Bennington here? Possible names?
Possibly.
Oh, that Lucy Giles is in this one.
Lucy Giles right here in front of us, and the Bennington Lucy will win this easy. Bennington girl possibly.
That's Sloan.
Is Sloan.
Yeah. Okay.
Second heat of the girls 300-meter hurdles, and
Lucy walks away with this one.
That's an easy one. Second heat. Third heat to come will probably not have anyone we know in it at all.
Huh. We'll be back.
Uh-oh. Did I screw up? This is Gage Mortimer and Jeremiah Friend. Final heat of the 300 boys hurdles. We got a race. Well, it's Jeremiah Friend. I don't see Mortimer. Ooh, he bit the dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th. Listen to this, Dale. Lucy Giles just missed first place, beating that girl from Ellenwood by 20 100ths.
Wow.
For the second, yeah. You better get.
Third call, 200-meter run. And Happen of Clifton Climb. In 5th place, Comstock.
Good deal. They're going to put them all out there.
In 4th place, Friesen.
You want to see two heats here.
Place with a time of 43:99. Oldie of Clifton Climb. In 2nd place with a time of 43:09. Ringering of Ellenwood. And in 1st place with a time of 41.55. Thomas of St.
There they go.
Okay, no Bennington or Minneapolis runners in the top 6 in the boys 300 meter hurdles.
Girls 800 meters, and we have probably 3 of the premier runners in this area, that's for sure.
Aubrey Wilson, Elsaline, Ferris of Lincoln. Who else?
Is that Wilson up there? And
Bennington girls up front.
girl in 3rd place, I was.
Yeah, it looks like black and gold in 3rd. Or red and black,
That
excuse
would
me, in
be
3rd.
Grace Peters in 2nd, or 4th, I believe. That front pack's going to be fast, aren't they, Dale?
Yep.
Grace Peters, Aubrey Wilson.
Ellenwood girl.
Glissman from Bennington. The Ellenwood girl is Brooke Panning. And
there's some
Anna Trahan.
another 2 Bennington girls.
And Molly.
See if I can zoom in on this pack here. See if I can find them again. I lost them. There they are.
This is a pretty good race right here. The Else Lane girl, who is Aubrey Wilson, will be the taller, lanky girl on the outside.
It's like Peters
Grace
and
Peters.
the Bennington girl from run 1-2. There comes Wilson into 2nd.
Grace has the best time of the lot. Panning from Ellenwood, and then Aubrey Wilson. Wilson with a 2:30. Peters with a 2:28, and that's smoking. In this weather, if she gets under 2:30, I would be surprised. Wilson and Peters.
Wilson's going to try to put the move on her here. Dan does move into 1st, and so does the Ellenwood girl.
And the Ellenwood girl's got too much speed, I think, for Wilson. She's got stride, but she doesn't have speed. Well, I don't know.
Wilson
takes it.
Yeah. And Peters will be 3rd. And the
That's
Bennington girl is 4th. What was her name again?
Here goes Molly Achterberg,
yeah.
And there's Anna Trahan.
So Achterberg will be 5th.
Trahan's going to make up a couple of places right there.
And 6th, 7th.
Good finish by Minneapolis. 3 girls in the top 7.
All right, boys for 800 coming up.
This is Abby, boys 800. In the mix, we should be able to find Randall Runyon.
It's a big group out there.
Yeah, that's kind of dangerous. But with as slow as this thing's been going on, it's
don't want to run 2 heats.
no. Randall Runyon and Drake Gentleman. Cyrus Hayes is in there for Bennington also, along with Isaac Cooter, Minneapolis. Cooter, a fast starter. He might be someone to reckon with on this 800. Brandon Wolf is in this also.
Well, there's a Minneapolis runner in lane 1 here, I can see. Bennington runner and a couple of them in lane 3, I think. Letting them back up again.
That would be Runyon there in lane 1. He's a pretty good sized fella. Wolf is out there in the middle.
Oh, yeah, they're off.
There must be, what, 30?
Yeah, got to be 30 kids out there.
I've got 32 on my list, so I'm guessing we're close. Cooter out to the lead. He's got 800 speed. There is a pack behind him, and I'm kind of glad he got out there in front of that Quagmire. Runyon about mid-pack. Wolf still in middle pack. Let's see who else we got in
Cooter
there.
and Ellenwood runner. Ellenwood's in first. Judeman is moving, trying to challenge. There goes to first for Bennington.
Cooter right there. Here's Runyon and Wolf, mid-pack. And they're doing a fine job right there.
Gun lap.
Juneman up there with the lead runners. The kid from Ellenwood is up there. That's Kyle Oglesby. He has ran a 159 and change. The Lincoln kid is Arnie Lonberger.
Now I think Cooter has just passed Juneman in the third.
Cooter's back there in about 7th.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't this a mini?
I think he's back there, but I could be wrong. Looks
Okay.
like him running there.
Juneman's in fourth. There's an Ellenwood runner.
That would be Kyle Oglesby.
Another Ellenwood's going to get second. Teskett.
That's
no,
Pedro
Lincoln third.
Montoya.
Third. Juneman fourth.
Juneman. Lakeside, Gossel. And here's Isaac Cooter. If he can hang on, Bennington is going to reel him in, maybe. That's Cyrus Hayes.
Juneman's going to get third or fourth. I mean,
Cyrus Hayes will get Cooter at the finish line.
yep. Just nosed him out.
Here's Brandon Wolf. He'll put on some speed here at the end. He'll take out Lakeside and finish strong. Couple more runners. Teskett dude here.
All right, we'll listen for the results here. 200-meter dash coming up next, and that will probably be our final event that we're going to film. Due to the combination of the cold weather and time is getting away.
29 flat.
Wilson of Elsaline, Aubrey Wilson took first, 229 flat in the women's 800. Ellenwood girl was second. Peters third, as we saw. And
Peters.
Ochterberg
Molly
took sixth.
Achterberg, yeah, 6th.
So
Peters
sixth and third for Minneapolis.
Ran a 2:34. Not bad in the wind.
We have 200 meters coming up. And I don't remember the qualifiers.
Well, Lindsay Shoup is there for sure. I don't know how many heats they will have. Of course, they had prelims, so
Yeah, prelims, so it ought to just be finals.
it'll just be finals. Girls 200 meters.
Gun is up.
Emma Dries, Elsaline, Lindsay Shoup, Minneapolis, and Chelsea Day from Ellenwood.
And they're off.
And Daniel Ney from Bennington.
Need some lights down there in that end of the track.
Kind of a Shoop got a pretty good turn. She's going to have to reel in the El Saline girl, and she will. Too strong a runner for the El Saline girl, Lindsay Shoop. Here comes Daniel Ney, though. Shoop's going to have to.
Shoop holds her off, and I think Ney got third.
Excellent race. Lindsay Shoop takes the 200.
Was that an El Saline girl in second?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Dries.
Dries.
Emma Dries. She had a better time than Shoop. They were just neck and neck, 27:10, 27:13. Shoop wins it. And the boys 200, we would not have anybody in the finals. There might be Lampy from Bennington would be the only one.
Alrighty.
That Alex Jackson from Lincoln's probably going to win it.
See if we find, yeah, there is a gold uniform over there.
And I think there would just be one, that would be Weston Lampy.
Okay, gun is up on the boys 200 meter.
Jackson of Lincoln, Louis Arico, El Saline. We should have Weston Lampy from Bennington. Top 7. 200 meters. Boy, that starter has let him up out of the blocks I don't know how many times. Tonight. It makes for a long night.
There he goes again. Guns up.
They're set. We might not have a Bennington runner, Dale.
I don't see any gold, though.
Yeah, he's out here. Yep. Dark on that corner. It's Lincoln, Alex Jackson. Lampy is going to have to hold off 3 guys for second place, and he will. Weston Lampy, second place for Bennington and the boys, 200 meters. And that will just about do us in.
That's going to conclude our participation here tonight. As the 2 mile and the 4x4 are coming up, but we have work schedule and getting out of this cold weather.
And you're out of disc space. No, I was just kidding.
Yeah, but so hope you've enjoyed this Bennington Invitational. We'll have the Minneapolis Invitational coming up here in probably a couple of weeks, and the NCAA League track meet, and we shall have to see if we'll do any regional action. That's out at Silver Lake. I don't know about that. We shall find out.
I don't know about that either.
Dale Leech and Mike Perry going to sign off. We appreciate you as always. You having us in our home. Good night, folks.